big crossing day.
Yeah.
Actually, it's what, 30 miles?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just the current going out of this cut. We watched a couple boats go out there yesterday and they were just slamming around.
Kids isn't bouncing as much.
I think we're hitting the tide at the right time though today, roughly. And the waves don't seem quite as bad. The wind's not blowing as hard. So hopefully it'll be a little smoother. But yeah, it should be a nice crossing. I think we're done freediving. I don't think there's anything to do over there as far as freediving, but we'll get
Blue
to
hole.
it. Right, there's a blue hole, but that's not really snorkeling with all the stuff. We got too many coconuts. We gotta cut some of these. But yeah, it might be a little bit of exploring around and then start making our way for our final trek across the Gulf Stream. Let's go. We had tucked further in behind Foul Cay and Little Galding the other night. The bigger swell was wrapping in by White Cay, so it had been a much better night's sleep here.
I was really happy to see that the cut between Devil's Cay and White Cay was much more manageable than the previous day. How is going out?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually. Kind of thought it was going to be worse. But we're out now. Waves are a little smaller. Still decent size, but we're just trying to avoid some of the coral heads because I actually went, even though it's a little off on the chart, so we went right over some coral heads and it was pretty shallow, so, and a little nerve-wracking considering we were bashing, so if we had just hit the wrong spot, it could have been pretty bad. We are heading north to Great Harbor in the Berry Islands. There's some strong wind coming in from the east-northeast, and even though we would have loved to spend longer here in Hoffman's Cay, it has little protection. Woohoo! We got a little mackerel. Little bitty mackerel. Not bad. That'll be good.
Oh wow, he's great.
First mackerel. Hopefully it's good. We're gonna bleed them out in a bucket and then just throw them in the freezer because it's way too messy to do anything with them right now.
The swell was getting bigger and bigger as we were approaching the tip of the Berry Islands. We were surfing down waves, but the calm water welcomed us on the backside. And I was really relieved to see that because of my pregnancy seasickness.
Oh! No. Woohoo! Nice! Yeah! Yeah! We got a mutton snapper! So stoked. We've been wanting to catch one of these on a line forever. They're really hard to spear, and this is our first one.
One thing you want to watch out for is that wreck, but it is super well marked on the charts.
It's a baby guy.
Baby barracuda.
Let's go him.
I think we got another fish. Come on, flick yourself off. 31 nautical miles later, we could finally see Bullock's Harbor by Great Harbor Cay. It has the best protection from wind, and the holding was great. There's a ton of space in the anchorage, and it also has customs, which we were soon going to need. As we came into the anchorage, we heard Indigo Lady calling us on the VHF. Talk about a small world. We had met them 2 years earlier, and now we finally got to
First thing you
reunite.
do when you get at anchor, fillet the fish you caught. How much did it weigh?
Almost 10 pounds.
We met Dave and Lisa back in 2019 while cruising through the dismal swamp on the ICW. They have a fully electric Power Cat. And stay tuned as there will be a full episode about this special boat. It was so good to catch up with them and spend the next few days exploring with Dave and Lisa.
Because you can't get stuck there. Right.
Out of our country.
Corey, beer?
Sure, why not?
The notification. So I had her call me.
And it worked.
No problem. It doesn't matter. We got to talk. And he's so little data.
How's the pizza?
That's amazing. Sourdough pizza made by Dave is delicious.
Thank you, Dave.
Anytime.
Even with stronger winds, it was easy to go to shore to explore Great Harbor Cay. We parked the dinghy and went to see what this little place had to offer, and even got rid of our trash.
And they're like, well, since it was like,
Longer than the picture of the year.
Yeah.
There's ice cream.
Yeah.
Like that.
Right there.
Oh, this is so excited.
Oh my god. So tempting.
Time to go see the underwater world. More specifically, a wreck of a plane. A DC-3, which crashed back in 1983 carrying a load of cannabis. The visibility was pretty bad, and there was nothing to spear. We managed to see a big stingray, and even 2 nurse sharks came to say hi.
Our next stop on the agenda was a blue hole right in the middle of the water. It was really neat to look into the abyss, but it also made you dizzy with all the sediments floating around and sun rays. Almost hard to know what was up or down and to get your bearings. It was also much colder as you dove deeper into it.
Without much luck at catching dinner, we came back to the sailboat.
Anchor, and we're like, I'm kind of used to cruising, so like, should we go talk to him and just like, hey, hang on?
The next day, we went on a little dinghy mission with our friends Dave and Lisa. We wanted to go see what the mangroves in the middle of the island had in store. It gets really shallow by the bay of the 5 Pirates, so we tried to time ourselves with enough time during high tide to not get stranded.
That's pretty cool. That was fun. Do it again. All right.
Woohoo! Fun adventure! See your tea area.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
We really had to navigate between shallower areas to not get the dinghy stuck. Eventually, we spotted a little lemon shark. Mangroves are just such great nurseries and offer good protection for much of the juveniles.
Not nearly as strong.
No, it's slowed down. Thank goodness for us. Except on that side. Here we go.
So we're cutting up all the coconuts that we've been drinking the last couple days. and getting all the goodies inside now.
The pulp is just so good. It's like so fresh. I cook with it, I eat it. You can just do so many different things with it.
The wind was howling, but our anchor was holding us in place, plus Bullock's Harbor offers a great protection. It was even possible to do mini adventures by dinghy in Great Harbor Cay, which normally isn't the case when you're stuck in a blow.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep.
It's been really windy, like blowing up to 35 knots. And we've been in the boat doing lots of editing or hang out with Dave and Lisa from Indigo Lady. But we really needed to get off the boat and stretch our legs. So we're just kind of walking around Bullock's Harbor and Great Harbor Cay. It's good to stretch and the wind cools you down.
All I know, I got lost along the way. Fell between the foam, pulling stitches.
I think there's any termites left in it. Got a nice refreshing drink at the liquor store. It's pretty low alcohol, only 2%. But it's a Calic Rattler guava. Nice and tasty. Oh, perfect.
That's way easier than last time. Good job.
Yeah. Well, this is supposed to be good bait, actually. Maybe I'll try using it as bait. Look. Ooh, what are you doing there?
At Corey's special request, we are making conch fritters. And Corey's gotten so much better at cutting open the conchs, so it's kind of convenient. It looks like chicken, like raw chicken. Like, look at this. And it even has the texture of raw chicken.
So most people bash it or tenderize it, but we don't have a tenderizer, so we're just cutting it into little pieces.
So there's that's pepper, celery, onions, some cayenne, milk, flour, salt, pepper, and an egg. And we're mixing everything and we're gonna fry it. I'm really hoping it's gonna be good.
Exciting!
And we've gotta make the sauce.
Oh yeah!
I'm excited. It's actually my first time making conch fritters. Last year, Therese from Vinyasa made them. Really good. This is kind of exciting. We're gonna be fishing in the middle of a blue hole because we saw lots of fish last time, but it was such bad visibility that we couldn't really spear anything. So fishing here now from the dinghy.
Such long rods.
Well, the fish did not want our bait because we ended up coming back to the sailboat empty-handed. Too bad, but it was a fun little activity to do. Instead, we came back to grab our snorkeling gear. I guess we're going in! Last time in the Bahamas! It's kind of sad.
But it'll be fun.
Traveling from the deep forest into the sun. In war, there's never an option to run. Oh, oh, Geronimo, tears keep on falling, the nighttime is ours. Oh, oh, Geronimo. Give us your soul. Hunting alone.
No, I didn't see one.
No green flash, but bye-bye sun.
Sees the sunset again.
Nice.
She's 5'4". What's the diameter of the Earth?
There you go.
Nice, right away.
I'm impressed actually.
Nobody gets it on their first try.
No,
You
no,
put it on
Yeah.
and let your lips just barely touch each other and exhale.
Yeah.
You don't try to squeeze them too much. You relax even more. That was a higher pitch. Still a high pitch. Need a little more relaxation.
All right, I got my one in there.
Right.
I had my 3 seconds of didgeridoo that I got.